Let's go to Donna in Fort Lauderdale. Donna.
Hi, good afternoon, Uncle Brad.
Hi, how are you?
Okay, I just need you to straighten me out a little.
Sure.
My husband, who is a citizen, filed for my son, who is 15 years old.
Right.
His son also.
Okay.
But we send in all the application. From that, where do we stand? I don't know what's the other process.
Okay. Is your husband a citizen or a resident?
He's a citizen, U.S. citizen.
Okay. And where is your son now?
He's living with my husband here.
In the United States?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How did your son come to the U.S.?
He came through to visit, and then the person we came to visit didn't come and pick him up. So his father, who was in the next state, had to fly down and take him.
All right. And the father became a citizen after he was born, I assume?
The father became a citizen in November last year.
Have you filed, when you say you submitted the papers, did you file an adjustment of status?
Yes, he submitted his paperwork, sir.
I don't know what paperwork you submitted. Did he submit an adjustment of
The
status?
I-130.
What else?
And I think he filed all the necessary paperwork.
Okay, so you're asking me what the next step is. I don't know what, you don't even know what was filed.
Yeah, I know. The I-130, the changing of his status.
You did an adjustment of status?
Adjustment of status, yes.
Okay, so if you filed an adjustment of status, the next step will be that they will grant the adjustment and your son will become an automatic U.S. citizen because he would then at that moment be a lawful resident under the age of 18 residing with his father who is a U.S. citizen in his legal custody. So your son is going to go from nothing to U.S. citizen once they adjudicate his adjustment if your husband or the father of this boy did everything correctly.
Yes, sir. He's a father. Okay. But he get all the receipt. He got the receipt from the I-30 and the adjustment of citizen. He got that receipt.
That doesn't change my answer to you. I told you the answer. What's going to happen?
You were low, sir. You were, sir.
I'm sorry?
I didn't hear clearly. You were a little bit low, so I didn't hear clearly, sir.
You didn't hear clearly. Okay. You want me to repeat it again?
Yes, sir. Please.
Okay.
Thanks.
My pleasure. If you filed the adjustment properly,
yes, sir.
The next step is there will be an interview, and your son will go from nothing to U.S. citizen because he will be living with a U.S. citizen father in his legal and physical custody, and once he's adjudicated a lawful resident, at that split second, he goes from nothing to citizen, and they will issue him a certificate of citizenship. And with that certificate of citizenship, he can then go get his U.S. passport.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
But you just have to wait for that interview. So assume...
we have to wait. Oh.
Okay, assuming it was done properly. I don't know if it was done properly, but assuming it was. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's go to Jose in Tampa. Jose, how are you?
Jose, hey, Brad.
Hey, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Thank you for answering me. Jose, Brad, I'm going to be straightforward with you. 3 DUIs after 5 years in the United States and 2 counts of burglary charge en total burglary, unoccupied dwelling on 2018. And I renew my green card again. They give it back to me for 10 years. Can travel? No or yes?
The DUIs, you should be able to travel. The burglary charges, you said charges. What, were you convicted of anything?
They put me on probation for 3 years. The burglaries of unoccupied dwelling, unoccupied.
What does unoccupied mean?
Well, I just broke out to my ex-girlfriend's house looking for her.
Okay. So you had two separate charges for burglary that you were found guilty of?
Yeah, at the same time, the same day.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to travel, you would be put in deportation. The difference is this. I am going to assume that both of those burglaries were put into one case and you were convicted of one crime. And I assume, I don't know because I don't see the dispositions. I would need to see the dispositions. So let me tell you what my analysis is. Okay? If you are convicted of a crime of moral turpitude more than 5 years after your entry into America, and it's one crime of moral turpitude, that is not deportable. If you have one crime of moral turpitude, it's not a petty offense, and you leave the United States and come back, and what you have is not a petty offense. It is a crime of moral turpitude, because you had 3 years probation, or I would assume it's a crime of moral. I would assume it's not a petty offense. I can't guarantee you that, actually.
Can I talk with you? Can I tell you just for 2 seconds? Just 2 seconds. I need from you 2 seconds. I went to my girlfriend's house. I jumped to the attic, and I fell in the other people's house.
Stop.
That's why they charged me with two count of burglary of unoccupied.
Stop. Your facts don't matter. All that matters is you were found guilty of something. Now, why I say it's likely not a petty offense is because I don't know the section of law that you were found guilty of. I have not seen the disposition. But I'm presuming that based on what you're telling me, it's not a petty offense. It is a crime of moral turpitude that happened more than 5 years after you came to America, and therefore you're safe here. That's why they didn't put you in deportation. But if you were to leave the country and return, they would put you in deportation, because the laws are different for admissibility versus deportation. The DUIs don't affect you, because those are not crimes of moral turpitude. I am giving you from 10,000 feet up. To give you a specific, I would need to see the dispositions. Okay?
Got you now. Got you 100%. Got you now.
All right, let's go to Raymond in Mission, Texas. Raymond.
Hi, good evening, Brad.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yes, can my petitioner employer file the I-140 while waiting for my I-539 approval for extension of status? I am a dependent on my wife's E-2 visa, and her I-539 extension of status has already been approved.
Yes, you absolutely can. You're in legal status, and if you got sponsored a job, why not file an I-140 and file an adjustment if you're eligible?
Oh.
Thanks for watching. For more Brad Show Live, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel.